Welcome to another day in Wales and another day with the Internationelles. Just before we get into the last few hours, sort of a quick peek back at what went down last night. The hardest bit, in my opinion, the last late night stint. I don't think Jess finished riding till 12:30. Let's go. Howdy.
Howdy.
So you've just finished your fourth stint.
Yes.
Which I think is, what, about 350 Ks you've ridden?
Yeah.
In 3 days on the turbo?
4
days.
stints.
No, 4 stints, 72 hours is basically what we've done, just a bit over.
Yeah.
So last year you rode the entire loop of the Tour de France. Mm-hmm. How does this compare so far?
It feels as hard because we weren't going that intensity at all. We were like cruising around and we had lunch breaks and stuff like that. So even though the days were, 10 hours, I think 10 hours of cruising is pretty similar to 2.5 hours of absolutely pushing it on turbo, and there's no let up at all. It's like our legs are wrecked and we're trying hard. Like that, the only thing that got me through that stint is that it was the last one.
Nice, yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah, fair. And as you mentioned before, this is only half of it. It's Everesting time on Friday. How do you feel towards that?
I'm nervous, but we can do it. We just need to pace it, and if it takes like almost forever, as long as we don't sleep, that's okay.
You got an expectation how long it's going to take?
I think about 16 hours.
16 hours? 16
hours of riding, yeah. But Jess was great earlier when I was saying, it's more than 300k. She's like, yeah, but half of that's downhill. So, yeah, we just need to pace ourselves.
In terms of the heart of the matter itself, in what ways do you feel that there's a gender equality gap?
The fact that there isn't a Tour de France for women is, regardless of whether it should be a 21-day tour or just something equally grand, that's kind of not for me to say, but there should be something equally amazing for pro women to kind of aspire to. So that's really what we're fighting for, is just to give sort of women the chances that the men get on the cycling scene and in sport in general, really. Who's here?
She's on the radio.
Smashing it in the morning, which actually I think I prefer doing my late night shift than the early morning.
Radio. Google it. Stage 4 for you, done.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Shattered.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely ruined. The legs are still moving.
Yeah.
And as usual, I think it's just mind over matter. So we had this last year on the tour, and you just keep going. And it's the fear of when are my legs going to just say no.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do it.
Everest coming up.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Bricking it.
Yeah. Legit. That's completely legitimate to be bricking it.
I've never ridden that far. I know what it feels like to do half that footage, and I cannot imagine. Yeah, I'm just not thinking about it. Total denial.
Rest time, we'll worry about that tomorrow.
Rest time, yeah, absolutely.
Good work, buddy. Yeah. Any particular motivation for today?
Today,
How was it being on the radio?
scary. I got nervous. But no, good. That's why we're doing it, I suppose. I think today I felt a bit mad this morning. We had a bit of negative comments yesterday, people being like, oh, this isn't the same as doing the tour. And some other comments about like, oh, well, what if pro women don't want a full tour? And it's like, that's not what it's about. So I think today I'm kind of fueled by like trying to make people understand like what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's not really about the pros. The pros now, their situation is going to be the same for a few years. It's more about those coming up through from the grassroots level that we're doing this for. Really,
Next
that's who
gen.
it's going to impact. Yeah, it's not for us; it's for the little ones.
Fair.
So yeah, think
Cool.
of all those young girls who don't have role models or don't have many role models.
The last few hours of a group of 10 women riding the entire length of this year's Tour de France course as quickly as they can. We're on, I think, 97 hours since they started, and they're about to finish. 3,400 and something or other kilometres. It's been bloody impressive, I tell thee. Also, quick shout out to the 5 girls that aren't here with us in Wales. 3 in America, 1 in Australia, and 1 in the Netherlands. They've been smashing it while these girls have been recovering, and vice versa.
We've got 15 minutes to go, and then I'll pass the baton to Australia.
It really is a team effort getting this distance done in this short amount of time. It's quite like going to a big bike race. That's a team effort to get from the start to the finish of the course. These girls have just adapted their thinking around how they use their team riders to get from the start to the finish of the course. Smart.
Hey! Yeah, cheers!
3,475 kilometres.
84, I think,
84 kilometres
yeah.
covered, done.
Done, smashed it.
I think it was like 98 hours.
Gosh, yeah, wow.
I think you personally did 381 kilometres.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. I just added it up.
Oh gosh.
381.
I'll drink to that.
That's huge. Hey, you've got to Everest next.
Oh, fuck.